Are you guys ready for some Slipknot with a song called Wait and Bleed? This rock and roll. This goes out to Pookie Bear and Zach. Yeah. I figured the way I see it, I don't have any Slipknot on my channel. And so we need to put a Slipknot song, right? Okay, let's do it. Drop B for your tuning. Just kidding on that last one. If you've been following my channel, there's a few Slipknot songs on here. So check it out. It's probably the first tune I heard from Slipknot. I went and bought the CD, and man, I wore that sucker out. Scratches through the whole disc. Had to throw it away. I felt bad, and I went and bought another one though. Okay, so check it. Let's go. This is drop B tuning. I'm standing back here now. I'll come in close for a second when I'm teaching the lesson. Let's do it. That's it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, let's do it. Oh wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Why does that sound bassy? Well, it's drop. One more part. Anyways, sorry that intro was all in little pieces there, guys. I was just trying to change it up a little. That's all. And I was trying to freak you guys out and make you think I was just going to show you that first little piece. So, anyways, you guys ready? Let's do it. Let me lower this down a little bit. So yeah, man, what do you guys think of Slipknot? I like them. I like them a lot. Alright, so on the intro here, like I said, it's drop B, so it is down there. You're going to go. You're going to be utilizing string 6 and 4. And it'll be E, D, E. And then go up right around here, around the bend, right around here on that 3rd fret with your middle finger, and slide that sucker up to 7. Quick. Once you get there, leave it down, play 7 off the D, and then pick the 7 off the E. And then go over to the 1st fret, E and D, do the same thing. So you have... Now this 4th one, it's when you're tuned really low, it can be difficult to hear the specifics of things because it's just not a lot of tone on the high end. On this next one, you're going to go up to, I spoke too soon, we're going to move up to the 8th fret and do the same thing. So, and slide leading into each one. Now where you start your slide isn't important. Start it from the area that you're in. It's not like you're going, you know what I mean? It's to get the effect of the slide. So don't beat yourself up with a sledgehammer on the slide stuff. Start it over. Now the second one is different. Instead of sliding up to the 8th fret, we're going to go to the 3rd fret. And he stays on it a little longer. It's kind of hard to hear, but this would be the second half of it. Watch. Whoops. So you'll go up to 3D, 3E, and go D, E, D, E, D, E. Actually D, E, D, E, D. And then that's it. That's the first part. Okay, and then 2 guitars, Jim Root and Mick Thompson. So I think what I'll do is show you the secondary guitar part, which is using some octaves, but basically it's behind that is the same thing you just did, but I think it's just more like power chords, like. I mean, that's layered behind it. So this octave part, which I call the corn part, is 12A, 14G. You can use your index and then either pinky or third. Make sure that you have an angle off this index to where you're muting the D string. Also, good habit is to always mute the above and below string if you're not needing it, just to assure yourself if you hit the string it'll be dead. Dead memories. Anyways, just touch underneath the low E, don't push it down. And you'll end up doing this. I'm going to use my pinky. 1E and a 2E and then, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then do it again, but start bending that a half step. Alright, so it'll sound like this. Okay, but it's faster. So it's a texture thing they did. It's really cool. Next part. And it's another thing in these low tunings, it's hard to tell sometimes, because you've also got the bass going, if it's played as a power chord per se, or as a single note, because it's so bottom end heavy. I'm pretty sure this is power chord. So having said that, first fret E and A, and if you disagree with me, then make it a single string just off the low E there. Alright, so it's and I also believe it's palm muted. So palm mute down, go 2 opens, up down. So the second time you're going to go down, up, down, down. Then grab around fret 1 here with your first finger and slide up to 5 on the E, and then drop your middle finger to 5 on the A. Or if you want to go with 1 finger, I like this way. The start of the slide, once again, isn't important. It's the effect of the slide. So if you wind up on fret 2 when you're sliding, it's no biggie because you're not going to hear the start of the slide. Okay, you wouldn't want to go like right behind it, you know what I mean? You want to grab a good step and a half or 2 steps, 2 full steps for your sliding in there. Okay, so that was 3 times. The 4th one goes, you don't do the slide part, alright? And then, next part, I'm trying to remember in order here. Yeah. There's something in here that a lot of people are missing. The Slipknot does. They do this a lot. It's small things with them, and it's almost in every song where you may think, once again, when you're tuned low, it's harder sometimes to locate the difference even between a half step sometimes, because if you vibrato or push a little hard, because it's tuned so low, it can make it sometimes go up almost a half step. So on this part, they're going from this 4th fret thing and alternating it and going to the 5th fret. If you listen close, you'll hear what I'm talking about there. But palm mute. So, oops. Actually, I don't think this part is palm muted. The first half isn't. You'll go 1, 1, E, A, and then open E and A, up, down. So it's, so you'll do it twice. So, and then bar the first fret on the E and A with your index, palm mute it, downstroke, then pinky 4th fret E and A, palm mute, and then back to the 1st fret E and A, palm mute. So those are going to be downstrokes. The next time, it's going to go 1, 5, 1 instead of 1, 4, 1. So that little section. If you were to cut out everything else, it would be, and then you repeat that concept. So let's do it in context with the whole thing. And that's another thing you can do to work on those transitions, since they're pretty far stretches, which is common for Slipknot. But you can practice and zone in on those changes, or just the palm muted parts with the down strums, which would be, you know what I mean? So and then you're going to go back through some repeat stuff, which one could be that. Next part that comes up would be this, which is a breakdown way towards the end of the song. You're going to pick the open E, and you're going to hammer onto fret 12, and then hammer to fret 13. Only pick the open, the rest is technique. And then go 12A. Build it as a subgroup like that. And then palm mute the open E. Or no, not yet. Yeah, I think that is palm muted on the open. And then 13E, palm mute for sure. And then 12E. And it's weird. It's like I was talking earlier with this drop tuning. Kind of put a little tug on it, almost like you're going to start a vibrato. All right, so that part, and then that basically gets emulated in a chord form over here for the next part, which will be. And what this is, man, I'm kind of brain farting here on whether these are double hammers like up here, because it emulates the. I believe so. Open E and A, and if you haven't hammered using chords, it's, you know, it might feel kind of weird. Plus we're barring on top of it, but you would hammer to 1 and hammer to 3. So, and then open A, 2D. So it's. And then open E and A palm muted. 3rd fret E and A palm muted. 1st fret E and A, strum and pull off. So you have. You could subgroup that as well, you know, practicing going and then going, and you decide if you want to hammer with the pinky or the 3rd finger on that 3rd fret. Your call. I'm liking the 4th finger for that because the frets are further apart, but you know, it's not wrong if you want to use a different finger for that. So after you work that through, then we got this open A 2D, so that you just stick that on the end and practice that as a subgroup. And then you just build it, you know what I mean, piece by piece. Then we can do the palm muted open E and A. So and then add the 3rd fret. And then so on, so forth. So there you go, man. I kind of got to wrap this up because I do have a couple of lessons to do on Skype. So if you have questions, let me know. I try to, you know, pop in for you guys on the channel here when you're stuck on some things. I have some good players on my channel that will also help me out. Thank you. You guys know who you are. If you can answer a question and not lead them astray, you know, bring it in. This channel's about you guys. My email, Mike@rockinguitarlessons.com, if you want to email me. I do teach on Skype, guitar, bass, and my wife Jolene teaches vocals. If that's something you'd be interested in, go to my website, rockinguitarlessons.com, that launched early 2014 of this year. Yay! It's cool, man. I'm digging it. And there's a tab at the top that says CVT lessons / Skype lessons. Click on that. That'll open up a new tab, a new page. And there's a tutorial that goes into depth about how to set up taking guitar or bass lessons with me on Skype, or vocal lessons with my wife Jolene. And yes, she can teach all styles vocally. She can teach the scream thing. She blows my mind, man, the things that I could sing, but I wouldn't be able to teach it. But she has a tutorial there as well if you want to check that out. And the CVT lessons, since I just mentioned them, stands for Custom Video Tablature Lessons. It's something I came up with for a student a couple years ago, and they've really kind of taken off now. If you have trouble getting a set day, set time, you know, to take private lessons with me, you can pick whatever song you want, and I'll fine tune it and you know, hand write the tabs, get all these parts right for you, the solo, subgroup it, timestamp it, and then I shoot a video or videos, depending how long it is, and upload them to my YouTube channel. So if that's something you're interested in, hit me up. My email, once again, is Mike@rockinguitarlessons.com. While you're at the website, oh, my neck, fill out that contact information over there. It'll keep you in the loop as to what's been going on and what's coming up on the website. And yeah, it'll only take you 10 seconds. There's some free stuff there for you guys to check out, some warm-ups and some different stuff. Read up on it. Email, you know, give us your input. And of course, if you want to become a member there, it's very affordable. And I try to, on my lessons of the week, custom tailor them to questions that you guys have and things that you want to see in the lesson of the week. So it's really a cool vibe happening over at rockinguitarlessons.com. Alright, so I'll jam a little bit of this on the outro for you. Until next time, I'm Mike Gross. One-man operation over here right now. It's funny, huh? But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you don't have anyone else here at the RGL studios, you just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Alright, man. See you guys later.